Who you a fool for this? Who you a fool for this? I walk like I talk like I act like I look like I think like my shit don't stink. I fuck like I suck like I ride like I taste like I look like my shit don't stink. I walk like I talk like I...
Happy Wednesday, people! We're gonna do a little follow Kenzie around vlog. My hair was dirty, so I did a little slick back, so it's giving egg. We are going to make some lunch. I'm gonna give you guys a little update on what I'm doing right now, food-wise, fitness goal-wise, like what the fuck's up with me. And then we have to do cardio a little later. I'll talk about that when it comes to like my training, what I'm doing, as I'm recovering from the titties. Then we're gonna go and do some returns, and I may hit up a Zara just because I want to. I finished my client check-ins already this morning. Today is Wednesday, so I do lifestyle check-ins. I split up all my check-ins. Monday, Wednesday are my lifestyle girls, so non-competitors, and then Tuesday, Thursday is when I have my competitor check-ins, oops. And then Friday is when I do a lot of my like content shit for like the internet and whatnot. Before we do any of that, we gotta make a little lunch, so I'm gonna show you how I do that. If you've been here before, none of this is gonna be shocking to you. I'm just gonna make beef, rice, lettuce, and throw a little saucy sauce on there. Ingredients. You already know I meal prep my beef. My number one tip for tracking macros, meal prepping, like being on any kind of diet, is not to meal prep whole meals. So on Sunday, it's not like I'm taking food containers and putting 4 ounces of chicken, 100 grams of rice, 100 grams of veggies. I make them in bulk. So I make a couple proteins. I ran out of chicken last night. I do have to go grocery shopping today, so we will do that. But whenever I need to prep my food, I don't even do it on like every Sunday. It's just whenever I run out of it. So I'll make beef and chicken, make that, put them in big Tupperwares, so that when you make your food, you're not stuck to a certain like protein amount. So let's say you have to go to eat with your family or something, and you need to save macros, and you only have a meal that's 4 ounces of chicken, but you need to adjust your macros. You can't adjust that meal. Whereas if you like bulk make your food, you can decide like what the macros for that meal are gonna be like as you're making it. It's not like already decided for you from a few days ago. This is 2 packages of 93.7 ground beef. I always use lean ground beef. Regular ground beef, that's like 80-20, what you have at like your mom's barbecue. That is gonna have way more fat per 4 ounces per serving than a lean ground beef like a 96.4 or 93.7. So yeah, that's basically what I do. And then I've been a lazy bitch as of late, and I have been, honestly, ever since my show, I've been eating microwave rice. I do have a rice like cooker, and I could be doing that. I'm just not. So what you're gonna do is take your bowl, put it on your scale, turn your scale on. Make sure, I'm gonna do the beef first. So I weigh my beef in ounces. That's just because that's what my entry is. I don't really have any other answers, so I do it in ounces. And then I'm going to weigh out 4 ounces. So that's what I need for this meal. The amount of protein that you have in each meal is just gonna depend on like how much protein you have to hit for the day and like how many meals you're gonna eat in total. So that's why when I make these videos and people are like, well, how many ounces, how many ounces? It really doesn't matter, because the amount of protein you're gonna have in each meal is gonna be different if you have 5 meals versus only 3. Boom, so that's like 4 ounces right there. And then for the rice, I just change it to grams. Put that on 0 grams because that is what this is measured in. If you look, it says 1 cup, or what is that? 124 grams. So I'm gonna put like, sure. We're just gonna put the whole thing in there because I'm running out of it. And I'm probably gonna be out of the house for a while. Normally I put a little less rice in this so I can have more carbs later, but I simply will just be out of the house. I know that this will be fine, because also I ran out of oatmeal and egg whites when I was making my breakfast this morning. Normally I put 40 grams of oats, and I only had enough for 30 grams, and I only had like 40 grams of egg whites. So I'm a little lower. I did have blackberries replace that, but my carbs are a little higher than they normally are, if I'm gonna be honest. Me and Kerrigan are kind of in like a maintenance phase. I'll tell you guys more about them in my car, but my food isn't as low as I'm like used to it being. So my carbs are a little higher, so whatever, that'll be fine. Now let me track that part in my FitnessPal so you guys can see how I do that. You can see here the macro totals. I do pay for my FitnessPal. Sorry, the paid feature where you like had to basically pay for like barcode scanning and stuff came out during prep. And if you know anything about me, I've been using the same entries for literal years, and I was not trying to fuck that shit up in prep. So I pay for it. There are other tracking apps you can use, but what I like about it is at the top then, please focus. It tells me those numbers at the top are how many carbs, protein, fat I have left for the day. A lot of people ask me about calories, like how many calories you're eating. Half the time, I don't know. Like I could calculate them because I know my macros, but I don't know the actual calories. I think so many people get so obsessed with, did I just spit on the screen? Probably did. People get so obsessed with calories because it's a calorie deficit, right? And sometimes, like in MyFitnessPal, your macros and your calories aren't gonna match up just because like nutrition labels have loopholes and shit. So like a lot of the time it'll take out like fiber will like subtract from the carbs because it's like keto or whatever. Like, it'll be like net carbs. Then that will subtract from the total caloric like total, but the macros, if you track the macros, they're always going to be the same. So that's why I always say just focus on your macros, don't even look at your calories. I tell all my clients that because people are so often just so focused on the calories because they've basically been taught that. But once you just get focused on hitting that protein number, hitting the carb number, hitting your fat number, and your calories, they're going to end up where they're going to end up. Like it's fine, but as long as you're hitting those numbers, you're going to be consistent. But anyways, this heated up, so now all we're gonna do is add some lettuce for some volume and a little flavor gang sauce. So I don't track this lettuce, so I'll show you how many grams it is just so that you can see. I'm really hoping this lettuce isn't absolutely disgusting. If it's brown, don't say anything. Yeah, see, that was only, what? 72 grams. I'm not tracking that, but if you wanted to know, there it is. Now, if you know, you know, we have some very exciting news, all right? The YouTube fan might not know, but if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you know the deal. We finally did it. We bullied Flavor Gang into getting me a code. So, you already know how I feel about these sauces. I would have these all the time during prep. This one, not so much because there is like actual, it's like 1.5 fat, 1 carb in it, and 0 protein. When I'm in prep, y'all know I don't want any carbs coming from a sauce. I don't even care if it's 1 carb, it's not happening. And that's for 1 serving. This sauce is fire. It's like a herb sauce, whatever. But you already know, this is not some, oh, she's just a sellout. I've been using this shit forever. I can't even tell you how much money I've spent on these fucking sauces. But anyways, code Kenzie now saves you money on Flavor Gang. So I'm super hyped about that. But yeah, we're just gonna add some of this, measure this out on my like salad thing, and then we'll basically be done. Okay, so I'm gonna focus you in again on the scale so you can see this. But when it comes to sauces, especially if you're cutting, measure these. Like if you're in off season, you probably really don't have to. But these calories do add up, especially if you're just trying to be like really diligent about, I don't know, hitting your deficit and I don't know, being on your shit. So that was about 2 servings because 1 serving is 15 milliliters and this was 32 milliliters. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that little salad dressing up now. I have a fork already. And then what I've also liked doing as of this week, I don't know what got into me, but I went to H Mart to get some kimchi just because I feel like the kimchi I see in my regular grocery store does not look good. Kimchi, it's just like fermented cabbage. I don't track it, but it's really good for your gut. I believe it's probiotic, I believe. Not a pre or pro? I don't know, but it's really good for you. If you like spicy, like pickled things, you'll really like it. So I add some of that to it, and I just put it on the side. I eat on the side, but here's our finished product. Beef and rice, veggies, and a little bit of kimchi. So we're gonna eat this, and then I will talk to you guys when we get to my car. I need to change into like regular people clothing. And I'll talk to you guys on our way to, I have to do a couple returns. We kind of gotta go all around the city today. So it's like a little errand day, and then we will go to the gym. So we'll see who we can irritate while we're there. I will see ya when we're in the car. All right, world, oh shit. Let me get out of here first. This is not hit a car. Let us not do that. All right, you guys, we are gonna venture to the north side to go to this Abercrombie & Fitch so we can return these pants I ordered. I tried them on the store and they didn't have the size I wanted, so I was like, okay, let me order them online. Turns out the pants are they're the right size. They're just not doing what they need to do. They're a pair of like white, like cargo, like jean style. I don't know, whatever. They're just not for your girl. I wanted to give you guys a little update as to what me and Kerrigan are doing, because yesterday my check-in, I asked her, I was like, okay, like what's your vision going forward? Like once I'm able to train again, I'm back in the gym. Like, do you want to cut me? Are we gonna keep on moving food up? What's the situation? And she basically told me, she's like, I'm talking to you as a client, not a coach right now. She's like, if you can mentally handle the extra body fat, I feel like it's in, okay, don't go on the road, lady. I feel like it's in our best interest to keep on moving things up and not go into a deficit right now. And I told her, I was like, I agree, just because the way that the mini cut went before I got my boobs done, my body was not responding how it should have to the amount of food I was on and the amount of cardio I was doing. And we both know, like, we've been trying, my hormones have just kind of been fucked for like my whole life. I didn't really know that until I started bodybuilding. I don't talk about it a lot just because I feel like everyone assumes, oh, it's from prep, like that's why it's like this, when in reality my blood work was better after prep than it was before prep. I've had fucked up periods ever since I was little, and when I was in LA I got my period for the first time in almost 3 years. Me and Kerrigan have been trying a lot of things to get my period back, just a lot of like functional medicine things basically to get my period back. So we decided that my body obviously liked the rest that I've been giving it since my boob job. Okay, no need to honk. And so I told her, although it's like I do feel very fluffy, like this is the thickest I've been in probably 3 years at this point, even though I'm not like super in love with how I look right now. To me it's worth it in the long term if we can finally get to the root of like my digestion issues. I reached out to one of Kerrigan's clients. She's a friend of mine and she does like functional medicine, like gut health work, whatever. And so I reached out to her and I have a call with her on Monday. Basically, off season is the time where you're supposed to look at these things and fix these things, because let's not forget I stopped digesting fucking chicken during prep. So that's something that I really want to get like to the bottom of. And for me it's worth it to be thicker this summer if that means that my health long term and my longevity in bodybuilding is going to be better. The easiest way that I can put it is my hormones are basically similar to a premenopausal woman's. So that's not, sorry, we're going under a tunnel right now. So that's not ideal, especially for putting on muscle, and kind of explains why I gain weight on most people's like deficit calories. And the thing is, I've always been like this. It's not just because of bodybuilding, and that's why I don't share it that often, is because obviously it comes with the territory. But once, that's also when I talk about prep, like if I look back on my regrets on prep, it's just that I would share less, because when you have a platform and you share all of these things, you're automatically going to get opinions and everyone's remedy, and you need to do this and you need to do this. Even like with my boob job, like the amount of people that I have like just tell me like, oh, what I need to do, and I will always say, I'm going to listen to my doctor. Like, thank you for the advice, but like, I'm going to listen to my doctor. If y'all been around here, you know I'm going to listen to Kerrigan, and now I am hopefully starting to work with another basically like functional medicine coach, so that we can get to the bottom of this, just because yes, you have elimination diets, yes, I can figure out what not to eat, but I, over the past couple years, have had quite a few digestion issues that I would like to get to the bottom of during this off season. Long story short, we will very slowly and conservatively be moving my food up more, just so that my body is happy, basically. And we'll know more once I'm able to train and once I get my blood work done again. But that might mean not doing a bunch of cardio, and that might mean only training 3 or 4 days a week, which isn't the best thing you want to hear when you want to put on muscle and you're a bodybuilder, but sometimes that's what it takes to have longevity in this, because at the end of the day,
when it's all said and done, what it all boils down to is the bottom line.
Yeah, you can push drugs, you can do whatever the fuck you want to put on more muscle, but I don't want to have a fucked up body by the time I'm done with bodybuilding. And honestly, that's a big reason why I worked with Kerrigan in the first place, is because she sees life beyond bodybuilding and not just what's on stage. Whereas a lot of coaches, they just want to take your money and basically they want a good testimonial. So basically that's the update. I got a period, which was like super fucking exciting. I was at, in my LA vlog when you saw me, my friend Natalie and Lauren's house, the day that we went to LA, the first day, that's the day that I got my period. I like screamed, I was like, I got my period, and they're like, this is a good thing, right? And I was like, yes, this is a very good thing, like we've been trying. So I never lost my period during prep, I just hadn't had one in a long time. Like, I wasn't in a position where it was unhealthy to prep, like I was fine, but we knew that this was like a long-term goal that we needed to fix. So that's my update there. You are not going to see lean Kenzie for a while. Also, where the fuck am I going? I didn't even put my GPS in. I'm just talking to you guys, like, whatever. But yeah, that's basically the update. You're not gonna see me on stage until earliest 2024. Number one, I gotta grow these glutes. We already know that. We gotta grow the glutes, and there are just some other internal things that I want to work on, have the time, the energy to work on. I told Kerrigan, the intake I'm at right now, I told her, I was like, even though I feel very fluffy, I feel very good. I don't feel food focused. I feel fed. Especially, I'm home all day right now. Even more than I normally am. Like, I am home all day long. So I was like, I feel good. I feel like this is good for me, even though, like, aesthetically, okay, where am I? Yep, I'm not supposed to go here. All right, where are you turning? Even though aesthetically it might not be my favorite, but I also think it's a good reminder that even if you want to cut, you want to look a certain way, sometimes it's just not, the tunnels I can. Sometimes it's just not what's best for you. If you go to a coach and you're like, I want to cut, and they tell you, no, I want to feed you more first, I want to reverse you, or like, no, we can't cut right now, like in the future, and you're upset, just know that coach is looking out for your like long-term health. Sometimes you have to do things that aren't as fun in the moment that are going to help you long-term. It's going to help you get to that end goal. And that's what I told Kerrigan. I said, if this is going to help me eventually put on more size and have a consistent period, like, it's worth it to me. Like, if the worst thing that happens to me is I just feel fluffy this summer, I can get over it. Okay, not your turn, homie. That's the update there. I don't know. I get a lot of questions. Are you bulking? Are you cutting? Are you maintaining? Right now, we're calling it a health phase is the words that I would use to describe it, because it's not like, oh, I'm eating all this food. No, we're slowly increasing my food so that we can get me to a healthy place inside of Kenzie, just because it's not always about, oh, am I cutting, am I putting on size? Like, sometimes, like I said, off season is the time for you to figure these things out, because obviously you can't do that during a prep. Other than that, other updates, as of tomorrow, in a week, I'll be able to do like light legs, so I'm excited to do that. So I'll hit legs next Thursday, and then I'm gonna drive up to Wisconsin for Mother's Day. And yeah, so that's the update there. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna turn you guys off so I can listen to some music, actually maps where the hell I'm going right now. And I will see you when we get to Abercrombie, that area of town. All right, y'all, we've made it. Hello. Boom. All right, let's return things and take a look. All right, that was quick and easy. I didn't know that there was an Abercrombie down, we're in like Gold Coast area if you live in Chicago. I thought the only one was out over on Southport, but there's that here. Didn't pay for parking, just put my flashes on, and we are good. We're approaching it. It wasn't taken from me, but we are going to park closer to the Forever 21 because I'm still like a walk away from there. So we're going to go to Forever 21, return the cargos that I got in LA, and then see what else I get myself into. Alright, y'all, we are at Water Tower Palace in like downtown Chicago, aka where the American Girl doll store is. We were going to return these pants at Forever 21 and then want to get down to Gilly Hicks because I saw this shirt that, you'll see it, my titties will just look incredible. Ooh, that's cute. Y'all know look around here too, so. Montage. I have no space in this cart. Are you kidding? No, I'm deleting shit. Okay, I don't have much space I have left, but this top I thought was cute. Well, first of all, my titties are sitting with no bra, but it's like, I can wear a regular bra with it, which I need tops like that for the summer, and tan orange is a moment. I didn't show you the rest because there was hell music playing, copyright, and my SD card is running out, and I don't want to delete the footage because it's like show day footage, so we'll see how much I film on here, but I'm going to this like whiskey store, because I'm gonna go home and see one of my friends from back home, and she likes whiskey, and they have a bunch of different kinds, so we're gonna go and see what they have. I'll show you guys everything I get once I go home, because we don't know the battery situation here. Alright, y'all, we are back home. I did not show you a lot of that because I just didn't have the space on my card. But I will show you what I got. Let's start with Forever 21. I really went there. I got just a plain brown belt because I don't have one. And I need one. Then I got this little like linen, not actual linen, like black button-up situation. This is always cute over swimsuits, or in the summer I like with like a white tank top, jean shorts. You know the vibe, so got that. And then you guys saw the orange. I got it in white too because I love how, like, I like the square neckline. I like how it goes like V down. I don't know, it's flattering on me, I think. So since we're gonna be in this thick body for a while, I wanted to buy some clothes that actually fit me, you know? And really, that's me justifying it. There's no reason I need to get that. But I got 2 colors. Then I got another claw clip because this is the only one I can find, and the orange does not go with everything. I went to Gilly Hicks, and in their activewear section, they only had an extra small or large, so I got the large. But tell me that my titties will not look good in this. Like, try to tell me they won't. I haven't even tried it on yet. So we'll see how that fits. But I got that, and then I went to like a liquor store that had a bunch of different interesting like liqueurs. And I got a couple gifts there. I'm not showing you because both those people watch these videos. I know you know who you are, but yeah. So that was, oh, and the sunglasses. Obviously I got a pair of sunglasses. Do I have a problem? Yes. The lady like keeps on showing me like different sunglasses. Like I have a pair like that, I have a pair like that. Like, you have a problem, Kenzie. Not that going to the sink. They're like basically like fake, the fake like Chanel early 2000s ones, but tell me with like a cargo, this isn't gonna be a fit. Like, bitch, come on. It was just this slip button that I was like feeling myself, but I think she's a moment. I'm excited to wear them this summer. So got some sunglasses. Some people will say I didn't need them. Some people will say that. Those people are my haters. Anyways, I'm going to eat and then we're gonna shower, because the reason I did a little slick back today is because my hair was gross and dirty, and me and Adrian are gonna film some content for Gym Reapers later tonight, and I need my hair. I like my hair like this, but it doesn't always photograph like this. Like, I'm gonna look like a little egghead. Yeah, so we're gonna shower and then we're gonna wash this hair and attempt to like look like a person. Given, what time is it? We'll see, I might have, perfect. Adrian said around 8, it's like 5 o'clock right now. That's amazing. Live, laugh, love. That's what we're gonna do. My face, I don't really know if I'm gonna do a whole lot to my face. I might put a little bit of foundation on, but that's really it, because it'll be all dark and shit and it'll be fine, but yeah. All right, we're back. We're gonna eat one of these Chobani Zero Sugars. You already know macros are fire. It's 0 fat, 5 carb, 11 protein. Have this a little snacky, and then I'm going to shower and get my life together. I lied. We're leaving my house again because I realized I'm filming with Adrian at 8. By the time I come home, I'm not going to want to prep chicken, so I'm going to go to the grocery store, get what I need from the grocery store, so that when I'm getting ready, I can cook my chicken so it's ready. Smart. You see. Honestly, you guys, I'm living for the bun and these little sunglasses. It's giving Bella Hadid skinny. No? Okay, just me. Oh, don't hit me, car. No hitting the vlogger. We're going to Mariano's. I need egg whites. Honestly, I'm just going to eggs because I have 4 more of those left. And chicken, and then we will go home, make said chicken. Oops, sorry. Running over dogs, running over people. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. I'm really trying to figure out what kind of content me and Adrian are gonna make, because I need to just shoot some Gym Reaper stuff, but as we are all aware, your girl cannot train right now. So making content that isn't like, hey, here's a fake video of me training, is kind of difficult, but we shall see. The way I'm being forced to do cardio right now because the escalator's not working. This is probably not one of my smarter ideas because they were out of carts, but I need to get lettuce to get fryers out of that. Then we're gonna get some chicken over here. I always get the tenderloins because they're just easier to cook and easier, I don't know, they just taste better, okay? Better than chicken breast. That was a major fail. I had a bunch of shit in my hands and realized I was not going to be able to carry all that. Tried to go by the checkout, see if they had the little like baskets, no baskets. So I just put my stuff on a lane over here. Okay, literally I'm the worst. Like actually the worst. Anyways, I just have my shit chilling over here, so we're now gonna put it in here. Also, we're going all the way that, why are oats so expensive? I know it's like a big thing. It's like $5. The Quaker ones were $6. Like, it's just oatmeal. Like, what? Anyways, we're moving on now. because we need to go to the egg section. Once I realized I needed eggs and egg whites, I was like, we're not holding all this shit. Like, there's no way in hell. You guys, we're getting espresso pods. But what are the chances that I run into the guy from my gym the first time, for reference, he's just this older guy that just talks to you forever, says a lot of out-of-pocket things. He once accused me of taking Tren while I was training a client. The first time he ever spoke to me, I was wearing like an old high school dance t-shirt, and I was benching, and I could tell somebody was like hovering and like wanted to say something to me, and I got done with my set, and he was like, you know, I'm not a liberal, but I support women in sports. First of all, what? Second of all, what? Third of all, huh? Like, in what? Like, first of all, how did we even get political in this conversation? I'm bench pressing, all right? I know it's like there's an arch, not an arch, but like, come the fuck on. Shit was wild. So next thing I know, we were talking about the movie Coyote and CrossFit classes. Sorry. In CrossFit classes? Oh, I should get more rice on here. And I'm just standing there like, all right, see you around. If you go to my gym, you know who I'm talking about, and you know the vibe. We're gonna get 3 jasmine rices. But yeah, that was a wild experience. I'm gonna be honest, the crowd was not expecting that. So I know that was only, it seems like it was clip to clip. There was fully 10 minutes between those 2 clips. So, slay! I also got 2 of these little peach Snapple Diet 0 Cinnamon Wonderful. I had some the other day and they were fire. Vlog me in public, be like, eh. Okay, you guys, we are back in the car. That is obvious too. We're gonna do a little taste test. But earlier today, someone on Instagram, because I asked like personal questions because I wasn't doing get ready with me for Friday, on Friday, because I planned on Friday. But then I realized I was getting my hair done, so that just isn't gonna happen the way I thought it was gonna happen. So anyways, people ask me questions, and somebody asked me something that makes me like so irrationally angry. And I couldn't think of anything until now when I was walking. I don't know what it is. Like, yes, I know it is more logical. It pisses me off to no end when people back into parking spaces. Like, I think they're going forward. No, they're going backwards. And they just take so long. Like, so long. There's cars behind them. Like, nothing makes me more mad. If you're so good at backing into it, shouldn't you be good at backing out of the parking spot? I get it. Like, logically it makes more sense, but how many times are you really gonna have to like zoom out? You know, like it's like life or death situation. I don't think it's that often. Anyways, that is something that makes me very upset. I already put one of them in here when I was at the cash register. But I had one on Sunday. It's their 0 sugar Snapple. I had the peach one the other day, but this is raspberry. I assumed it would be good, so I got 2 of them. Little ballsy. Yeah, fucking fire. This tastes like... No, my mom would always get the white tea ones in high school. We'd always have those. Tastes like juice. Honestly, I don't really notice a huge difference from a regular Snapple, but I also can't tell you the last time I had a regular Snapple. But it's good. We're gonna go home now. I really am like, bro, I gotta shower. The energy is leaving my body, honestly. Slay. Okay, we're home, y'all. I'm gonna put these groceries away. I have come to the conclusion that I'm just gonna look like an egg because showering, blow drying, and then doing my hair, nothing sounds worse than that. We're gonna put these away. I'm gonna do some work on my computer. A couple clients have just responded to me and I have 1 training plan I need to adjust. So I'm gonna do that now. And then I'll show you what the fit is later. Then we'll go and film some content with Adrian. Period. Adrian just said this was a good ass lens. We are filming some reels, some TikTok content.
Yeah, we out here cooking.
We're out here cooking. That's Adrian's word. I didn't know that word until I met Adrian.
Cooking.
I think you comment that on my TikTok sometimes. I don't think people understand what it means.
Oh yeah, last time. Cooking it up like fucking Chef Boyardee. You bringing the fucking heat, you feel me?
We're filming like a stank style video, not fully a stank video. I just took some clips of me.
A sneak peek or what?
Little sneak peek, I suppose, for the YouTube fam. Like it. Slay. Y'all see it? Y'all see it. I know you do. No, the amount of times, if y'all watch Swake videos, you know how many times I walk through the store.
Look, I can get a video of you like from behind, like if you want walking in.
Oh, and then we can kind of do a back and...
Once you walk in, then I can come back over here, and then get a video of you walking in.
Okay, Slay, let's do that. Okay.
Walking from here.
What did I do with my sunglasses? What? Yeah, I know. I was like, what are you telling them? He can't say shit. I got the mic on. Okay.
This lighting's kind of fucking foo-foo in this bitch.
Okay, make sure my ass looks kind of fine. Take one. That was awful. Yeah, I just feel like the walking in is so... I need to figure out my steps. It's okay. I'll do it. I'll figure it out. Take 75. Do we know what leg I stepped in with? Iconic. King Adrian does it again, y'all.
We are cooking.
Okay, this is the current setup. Adrian is getting a tripod so we can both be in the frame. We're gonna do a clip of me sitting in this chair, talking shit to Adrian. My hair is going everywhere. It's looking crazy. All right, you guys can finally see how I make these fucking videos. The video of me walking on the treadmill.
She was the happy friend, the funny girl who was always laughing and putting smiles on people's faces.
But from above, Adrian's down there, and I'm up here. Stank video has been completed, but now we're gonna do some clips for Gym Reapers. The belt I'm supposed to film, my mom gave that to Goodwill. Start it there. Well, basically, first clip, I need it to be close, and I'm gonna be like, and then I'm gonna walk, and then we can get a couple from like the back.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. All right. So just take a split second of you walking by, and then it'll cut to like a different angle of like behind. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. If I still worked here, I'd help you. All right. I don't know what else I'm gonna show you guys, so I think this is it. My eye's kind of itchy though. Kind of itchy.
Right now?
Every lash I would be like, it's your lashes. You have a bad lash. No. I just be tired and I have allergies. Also, I stopped saying B. It is the worst grammar ever. I started saying it for no reason.
I walk like I talk like I act like I look like I think like my shit don't stink. I fuck like I suck like I ride like I taste like I look like my shit don't stink. I walk like I